Since Jose Berrios' debut in the big leagues in 2014, he's always had top of the rotation stuff and ace potential, but never tapped into it fully. He posted good and even all-star seasons, but never took that extra step forward that many have expected. 2022 seemed like a great opportunity for that to happen, but not only has it not happened, this year has been a total disaster for him. So what happened to Jose Berrios? What's the root of his struggles? And should there be signs of concern going forward? We will answer that and more in today's video. Jose Berrios was drafted in the first round by the Minnesota Twins in 2014, and less than 2 years later, he was called up to the big leagues. His first season, to put it nicely, was atrocious, as Berrios struggled with command and was getting hit left and right in 14 starts. As bad as his rookie year was, his second season was a major improvement, and that trend would only continue going forward. 2018 was a career year for Berrios, who was named to his first of two All-Star games and led baseball in complete games and complete game shutouts. He followed up his All-Star season in 2018 with the dominant first half of the season in 2019, posting a 2.80 ERA from April to July and earned back-to-back All-Star appearances, but the second half of the year was a struggle, although his overall numbers were still solid. Following the shortened COVID season in 2020, the Minnesota Twins got off to a rough start in 2021. Through the first 93 games of the season, the Twins were 17 games under 500, but not to the fault of Berrios, who was in the midst of another solid year. With only a few big starting pitchers available at the trade deadline, the Twins began shopping their ace and traded him in the prime of his career, under club control for a year and a half, to Toronto, who was desperate for a top-of-the-rotation arm. During the final 2+ months of the season, Berrios posted a 3.58 ERA with Toronto, but his walks decreased, strikeouts per 9 went up, FIP went down, and there was hope going forward in a full season with the Blue Jays. He finally become that ace. It was obvious Toronto liked what they saw in those 2 months and going forward and believed in Berrios' stuff, as they rewarded him with the 7-year, $131 million extension this past offseason, a year before he was set to hit the free agent market. 2022 seemed like the perfect time for Berrios to break out, entering his age 28 season, not having to worry about the stress of playing in a contract year, and he was now familiar with the Blue Jays organization. Not only has year 1 of the deal been a disaster, but he's statistically been the worst pitcher in baseball. Among qualified pitchers, Berrios leads Major League Baseball in ERA, home runs per 9, hits per 9, is third in WHIP, has set career highs in most pitching categories, and his K per 9 is by far the lowest of his career. The strikeouts are the most concerning sign, as Berrios' strikeout percentage has dropped almost 7% from the previous season, and his strikeouts per 9 is down 2 from the year prior. Hitters are also producing more barrels than ever, whiffing less, and he's allowing the highest exit velocity of his career off him, a huge sign of concern going forward. His fastball, which in years past has been a very useful pitch, is getting absolutely crushed, as opponents are hitting .353 with a .600 slugging percentage against it, and at first glance, it's odd to see that. The spin rate and velocity are better than last season, but the launch angle against the pitch is higher than ever. Hitters are whiffing less and striking out less, which signals he's leaving the pitch over the heart of the plate or in the zone far too often. He's been so bad this season that it's a very strong possibility he doesn't even make the Blue Jays playoff rotation, who have already clinched a playoff spot. The crazy thing is, his velocity is still there, his curveball is still a wipeout pitch, but the results just don't back it up. It's not often you go from an all-star to the worst pitcher in baseball in your age 28 season, but Berrios is making it happen. As of now, it looks like he'll never be that top of the rotation arm many people in the game expected, but he still has the stuff to bounce back and regroup going forward, but there are definitely signs of concern.